Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a fourth-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Focus, defense, focus.
Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A look now at our starting defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Cousins pass. Incomplete. Intended for Dante Moncrief.
That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So here are the Vikings under 6-year head coach Mike Zimmer. Leading them out, the 2nd-year man from UCLA, drafted number 10 overall. It's Josh Rosen.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Vikings
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On the draw, this is Cohen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Right there.
And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
I played college football at the same time as T.J. McDonald's father, Tim. And what a great player he was. T.J. definitely is following in his father's footsteps.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53, Mike, 53. Hey, I'm coming.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Roughing the passer defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Rosen hands off to Johnson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you've got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense. Well, the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs. They'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Now Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. This is Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Rosen got the sack there. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. And he slings one that's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Rosen. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Play action here with Rosen. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Rosen. He's going to fire one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
A gain of 33.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. And caught left side, Olsen. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Again, it's Rosen. And he whips one in there complete. That's Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line.
And the Vikings 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Right there in the middle, 55. On the ball.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete as well.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's the Vikings holding on to the... We welcome back all of our viewers to historic Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's the Vikings holding on to the football as we jump into the action in the first quarter. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he? He's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss. Gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The numbers for Freeman a week ago. 17 carries, 75 yards.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a second down. He finds Hearns left side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Cousins. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie there defensively to knock it away, Trayvon Mullen. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. They've got a third down and a yard to start things out. They go play action. It's Rosen. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. He's going to look deep down the field, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Cousins to throw it. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. Cousins now to throw on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A gain on the play.
Let's go, fellas.
That's good for a Packers first down.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can see.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Brandon Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
A gain of 6 there on first.
You got it! You got it!
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Rosen. His throw incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Draw play, Rosen to Johnson, and he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right there in the middle, 55. Bring it! Bring it!
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rosen now off the bootleg. And this is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
This is Freeman. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Tristan Hill brought him down. That's a gain of 4.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And finding Cohen. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A first down throw for Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schultz. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Bradley Pena now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rosen. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rosen. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. This is brought in by Gibson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We saw everything we needed to see right there. Timing, anticipation, and accuracy. And when Josh Rosen throws a slant, if you're the receiver, get your hands up. Otherwise, the ball is going to stick right between your numbers in your chest.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me...
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Cody Kessler keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. So a fake field goal run in for the touchdown. That can be a huge momentum swing.
And that's got to drive a defensive coach and a special teams coach crazy. Someone else running it in on a fake field goal when you're supposed to be alert for it. Terrific play by the offense. Not so much by the defense.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
59, Master 59. Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins completes this to Callaway over on the right side. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So that'll set the offense back 5, make it 1st and 15. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve.
And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now Cousins. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it's been the UCLA man, Josh Rosen, with the strong first half. His guys lead, though, by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Rosen. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Rosen. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. Rosen now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Makes the score.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second down at the 13-yard line.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Cousins. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Watch out.
Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
On second and 7, Cousins looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. That catch good for 5. It's third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Cousins. Wide open receiver, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's second down. Freeman. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. To throw is Cousins. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
It's now second and 10.
We got 4.
On second down now, it's Cohen. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
4 down.
A gain of 7 yards.
Again, it's Cohen. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
First down, Minnesota.
On first down, it's Rosen looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Prater's kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go. Do it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe. That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. That's caught. It's the rookie, Kelvin Harmon. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. Cousins now to throw on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On play action, Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devon Kennard in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best.
It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Just like that.
And now it's Rosen looking. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Play action here with Rosen. And this one's incomplete. The tight end Luke Wilson was the target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Cohen. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. His pass caught at the 4. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Well, you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually completed but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense trots back onto the field, and we take an in-depth look at Royce Freeman. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. They've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's got it to Hearns. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Harmon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Play action now, Cousins.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Cousins completes it to Moncrief, left side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, it's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Let's go, let's go!
First down.
Cut his left. Cut his left.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Cousins on first down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Kelvin Harmon with his first career NFL touchdown. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point right down the middle, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go play action here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Rosen to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here's Rosen to throw, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down 27-20, 2:06 to play. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. To throw, Cousins. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
We ain't giving them nothing today.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw. And he's got Moncrief. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He's back to throw.
Hey, you got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Vikings, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.